Word to your mothers, word to your mothers, word to your mothers. Let me just turn this music shit off. I was actually doing a karaoke station, but this is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. Anyway, I'm talking shit. I ain't that hot. I ain't that hot. But anyway, what it's all about, what he's all, what about, uh, bring him out, bring him out. Let me just turn this camera off. I'm not going to use this camera, and it's actually just draining my battery. Let me just turn this fucking echo off as well, because yeah, we ain't doing no karaoke shit no more. Anyway, make that. How's my people doing? It's been a while. It's been a while. I finally found some. Kind of I found some editing software that actually works on my rig. I got a bit of an old rig, so there's new type shit in it, and I see I didn't have to pay for nothing. Maybe there's a watermark or so, but they allowing me to, you can at least do some shit, add some shit, overlays and type shit that you can't add on this other motherfuckers. They make you install that cock, and then when you get there, you must pay with this and pay with that. Hey, fuck that, man. Hey, we just need to get this. We need to get out of there. Out there using your software, right? And then yeah, we're getting all shit. But it is okay. They are free shit on the other apps that's claiming to be. But I mean, man, like I game on my laptop, but I can't use that because apparently I don't know. It's just so resource hungry that you can't do shit with it. At least I made a video with a voiceover earlier on, and yeah, shit, yeah, of course, got some of these shit. There's like a spiking calls at work. I'm glad to be. I'm so grateful to God. Whenever I'm off, the shit happens at work. So, my team is not, on duty to actually deal with the shit. But anyway, that being said, yeah, man, it's Friday the 15th. It's the middle of September. Uh, this is the third quarter coming. It's the third quarter. Third quarter. If this was a basketball game, every year is a basketball game, man. That's the only game I can compare it to because basketball, football is a game of four quarters. We South Africans we are just used to playing rugby and soccer, which is a game of two halves. I don't even know if hockey. We don't really play hockey. We play a version of hockey, but not the version of hockey that international people is accustomed to. Not ice hockey. We play hockey with that ball. I don't even know if there's quarters in there. I don't know what's that shit. But anyway, yeah, man. So Friday the 15th of September. Shit. What's going on? I'm off today. And we're heading for the last quarter. There's so many developments that has happened over the last couple of months or so. I haven't really I've uploaded see as my viewership ain't so good, but I need to fucking actively advertise my shit again. But it's all good, man. Yeah, they supposed to be getting notifications, but everybody busy though. I know everyone that is subscribed to my channel, they are all have bossed up. They bossed up, literally bossed up. People have been getting promotions. Woo-hoo. Hey, let me put both my hands up. Hey, moving on up. God has been good to my people, and what you reap, you shall sow, and your patience is will pay off. To ask me, and I am a very impatient person. Even before God, boy, God knows. Hey, I can't wait. And my impatience sometimes it gets a bit of me. My impatience gets a bit of me, but I got job. Job in the Bible. I got jobs, patience. So let's say in Afrikaans, jobs geduld. Your jobs, patience. Job is to be patient. And ironically, now that I think about it, you see, when you say things out loud, it makes sense. Job and patience. Job has to be patience. So you have to be patient with your job. That is what the Bible is trying to tell us. Hey, I just figured it out. That's why it's called the book of Job. Job had to be patient in his job. Makes sense? I'm just saying that's what I'm figuring out. They say job's patience and patience job and being patient. I ain't really like a devout Christian. I know Job verse 1 and 2 and 3 and 5. No. I ain't. But I do believe in some God, boy. I've done a lot of shit. I've been through a lot of shit to know what I'm talking about when I say, hey, man, bad shit or the worst of shit doesn't last forever. I've been through so much and I've so many phases of my life, and it feels so like I'm 37 and my amongst my peers I was probably dragging behind way behind them. But I don't compare myself to anybody and my peers, none of them. I'm also not the jealous type. I'm happy for everybody. Like I say, bossed up people at work, my new peers, hey man, moving on up. Patience is and if I look at their story, 7 years, 8 years, hearing their stories, being with the organization for so long and being recognized for that. At the patience pays off. And my impatience, my biggest thing is my impatience. And when I'm impatient and I make stupid decisions, but then like right now, I've been given opportunity as well. And I think they got to know me, and them getting to know me, taking the time to get to know that I'm impatient. My impatience is what gets the better of me. And I've been guided to say, don't do things based on your emotions. And I try to cut my emotions out of it, but I do everything emotionally, man. I ain't nothing I don't do with emotions. So it's a bit difficult. But I've learned to step back and say, hey, I'm I'm doing this with emotion, and I'm trying to figure out, how it's gonna benefit both sides of the table. But at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do, and sometimes it's not when you have to do what you have to do. It's not always the thing that you want to be doing. That's the problem. And sometimes, and here's me, why I invest so much in people, and try to find that honest, that good in people. Look, I've been through a lot of shit. I'm not gonna explain my past, all that type of shit, but I've been through a lot of shit, and I've caught on a lot of shit, and I've been at a point in my life where I did not give a shit. Right? I had no faith in my abilities to do anything. You know what I'm saying? And people, I had people who didn't give up on me. I gave up on myself. To be honest with you, I gave up on my fucking self. This ain't negative thought. This is really me being 100. I gave up on my fucking self. I didn't give a fuck about me. I was on the street. I didn't give a fuck about myself. I didn't give a fuck how I look, how I dressed, how I smelled. None of that shit. And but I had a group of my peers that knew me better than I knew myself, and knew what I was capable of, right? And together with my family, um, the group of my peers that actually came together and said, "Yo, what can we do to help this brother?" And they believed in me, and they said, "Look, if we can make him help himself, we can't force him to do something he doesn't want to do, and that is just it. You can force no one to do what they want, like." You can't force anybody to do what you want them to do, but you know that sometimes people is better than they have the potential to be better than what they are being in that moment. So they believing in me, they never giving up on me. They let me do what I want to do, but then eventually, but they, steered me into the direction of. Eventually, I was in a corner where I had to decide: am I going to accept this helping in, or am I going to drown? Am I going to not take this in and get out of the cesspool I'm in and pull it together, put it together, pull it together, and whatever. And I reached out and I said, "Look, okay, man, I can't lie to myself. I'm not fooling nobody but myself." And that's what I learned. Whether you're fooling people and you think you're fooling people, you fooling nobody but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everything that is to your detriment, whether regardless of whatever, and you need to move on. Other people's lives go on. They flourishing. They're getting their shit in order. Their kids growing up. Everything. So you you lying there, and time is being wasted, and then you realize that you move on. And I like, okay, look, man, I need your help. I can't do this by myself. And okay, they stepped in, and I went for the therapy I needed to go for, and I picked up the pieces. And yeah, I am today. I'm not saying I'm the best person in the world. I ain't got all the money in the world. And trust me, the straight and narrow is a difficult path to fucking walk. Trust me, I ain't gonna fucking lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat you. Say, hey man, it's easy out here. Nah, it's difficult. When you're out there fucking up, and you really have a care in the world, right? You don't have a care in the fucking world. You're out there homeless, doing whatever the fuck you're doing, standing out on the corner asking people for 5 rands every day. I've been down that road. These motherfuckers that ask you for 10 rand or whatever down every day. My colleagues sometimes tell me, "Oh, you just to give these people money." That ask, "Yo, I want something to eat." Now, if I have money, they'd say, "Yes, a 50 rand. Here you go." Like, yeah, that people gonna do drugs. Look, man, I've been down that road, and I can see precisely, like, if a nigga's shivering, I can see this nigga having had something to eat for days. As soon as I give them money, they go. I didn't ask them to come back to me, but they go. They go buy whatever. They come back and say, "Sweet, see, sir, I'm going to buy the bread. I'm pour me something to eat, and I'm going to pay with this money to go to the shelter because it's got cold outside, and I need somebody to sleep." And being homeless, being in that place, look, for me, it was a different experience because when I was homeless, God always looked over after me, boy. And that is where it comes to your heart, where your heart is, and for 365 days, literally, if not more, I was homeless, literally homeless. And but every single day, someone came past me and offered me a place to sleep. and I would couch surf for a year, for a week, 2 weeks there. And eventually one day I said, God, I don't want, leave me alone. I want to be outside in the street. And that one single night on the street, one man took forever. I will never forget that night because you walk around and it becomes 10 o'clock and becomes 11. And as it becomes 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, it gets quieter and quieter. Now the car stops driving. You don't hear shit. Now, 1 o'clock hitting. There's still one or two dogs barking. 2 o'clock comes, it goes quiet. Between 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 4 o'clock, from 2 to 4, is the quietest time of the night. You hear the electricity fucking flowing through the wires. I went to a friend's yard and I laid on the stoop, and then I felt the stoop was too hard. I went to lay on the grass, and it's almost like I can hear the ants. And I went to go stand against the side of the road that's always busy, and I looked left. There wasn't a car coming in sight, left or right. You know that there's a sound that starts, it's almost like a foggy sound, but you hear like it. That only starts from 4. So from 2 to 4, it's dead quiet. There ain't a dog. You hear your own blood pump through your fucking veins, man. At this point, I ain't even, you know. And you stand and you fucking, that's the longest 2 hours of the night and the coldest. Actually, no. I, I know you start getting cold in the morning, actually, to be honest with you. The coldest hours is like, from 5, between 5 and 7, 5 and 8. I don't know why. But anyway, but between 2 and 4, it's quiet as a motherfucker. Man, and not a car. You don't hear shit in the distance, nothing, no dog barking, no ain't shit falling. Um, it's just you and your thoughts. And I endured this for one night. I was like, fuck this. Was it, I walked in circles around the block, around the area. A walk that normally takes me an hour. I took that, done that circuit, came back. Hey man, it's just 10 minutes. How the fuck did I do this so fast? Normally it takes me an hour. Getting back to the spot where I was, where fuck. Anyway, that's just giving you an idea. So having to be that motherfucker every day, it takes some doing. And a lot of times people, that's their own fault. They brought themselves there. And some people are forced to go there. Some people ran away from home to run away from a situation, especially the ladies. And ladies, you need to take care of yourselves. You really need to take care of yourselves and not sell yourself short of the wonder that you are and the value that you bring to life. Us as men, we need you to be our pillars, our strength. And I need you two guys to get back to focusing on what y'all have to do. Ladies, as much as you want to try to be this independent shit and do everything for yourself, you can. Right? There's some shit men have to do, and there's some shit. We need to be your heroes, man. We need to defend y'all. We need to offer y'all some sense of security. And that is only going to be us paying for it, paying for the roof over our heads and bringing the food to the house. Primitive. I went out hunting, baby, and I brought us a fucking kangaroo that I shot there in the outback or something, fucking with my bow and arrow, whatever the fuck. But yeah, I'm metaphorically speaking when I say, that makes us men, gives us value when you come home on Friday. I got the food, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got the lights, baby. I pay for the water. So you can do that. You can clean that body of yours. I got that, man. I'm feeding your ass, baby. You know what I'm saying? So for y'all being out there getting your own shit, there's nothing to be independent about. For us, man, if you don't have that, a lot of us are woke. Like myself, I'm woke. Like if you independent, you getting your own shit, and you bring food into the house, you feeding me. It's all good, but don't mention it every fucking time when there's a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? You chose that. You chose to be the breadwinner. Well, not the breadwinner, but you chose to bring your own bread. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, it ain't can be a case of you brought your own bread, so you're gonna make your own bread for yourself. Because the thing is, that's gonna be stupid. You buttering your own bread, and I must wait for you to get done so I can butter my bread. And now we have two different sitting and eating two different breads. You know what I'm saying? So if you bring bread home, we gonna eat your bread. If I bring bread home, we eating my bread. But if you're gonna insist on bringing bread home every night, then what am I supposed to do? I ain't bring no bread home. Seeing that you got the bread. There's no point we both bring bread home and now we have too much food and we waste it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm keeping my shit for myself. So now what you want me to do? Like if I buy you a gift, you're like, hey, you can get me nothing I can't buy my damn self. So where's the appreciation? But you see, we still need y'all to make us super. You know? We can be super, but we don't give a fuck about ourselves. We just give a fuck about you. and how we can impress you and how can we can make y'all comfortable. And if y'all do all that for yourself, what is our purpose? So, and we need you to be our head cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes women just y'all just go crazy. Y'all just break a nigga down before you leave the house. As sometimes men have to put on a mask and hide that shit all the way coming home, wait for the kids to go to sleep till we in our bedroom, and now I have to open up and cry on your shoulder for how the day fucked me over. Like, what, baby, I've been working so hard on getting this job. Don't they just bring out an amateur nigga from outside? And I to train that nigga to do the job they could have just hired me to do. You know, and maybe it's not even because they didn't want to hire you. There's so many other gray areas that you don't see in yourself. You're working hard here, but you may be lacking, and that's what I did to myself. Maybe you're lacking in another something else. There's something that you're lacking that the job requires to fulfill, and you don't have that. Like for me, I'm to do everything with emotion, and I can't be ruthless. Maybe to say. Not that I can't be ruthless. It's just I haven't had that situation. I can be, but I value everybody, and I see the best in everybody, and I give everybody chances. And I feel that everybody can, if just given the opportunity and given the molded the right way, they can do it. There's not such a thing as you can't do it. It's just you need to condition your body. Everybody's not perfect at something, but if you really want to do something and pursue something, then and you put your mind to it, and you actually practice at doing it, then do it. It's either you can do it or you don't want to do it. And that is what we need to figure out. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's where we are coming in. So maybe there's something that the job requires that is important that you may be missing, which they feel that is more important than being having the ability to do the job. But you see, being able to do the job and being able to do what is required to be done is two different things. You see what I'm saying? Like doing the job, helping the customer, serving the customer, that is one thing. But when you are in management, you have to be the liaison between top management and employee level. And if top management says fuck that, then it's fuck that. If they say that nigga got to go, you got to go. And I can't go back and say, but sir, he's actually a great worker. Nah, that man said he got to go, he got to go. That's the man. And if I'm going to tell the man, but sir, he's going to say, hey, if you have time to talk shit, nigga, then you and him got to fucking go. As a matter of fact, nigga, you sign the papers with this motherfucker and that motherfucker to get the fuck out of my building. You see what I'm saying? It's not a dog eat dog world, but that is what it is. They know why they're saying they want you gone. Even whether it's personal, whether it's professional, it doesn't make a fucking difference. That's that nigga's decision, and that's the nigga that pay my check, and that's the nigga that pay your check, and he wants you out. I gotta be the one to say you gotta go. Period. And you can hate me for that. I don't give a fuck. Not that I don't give a fuck. I would love to know. I've known my curiosity would not let me like it is to say, what did this nigga do? But you know what the fuck you did. You know, you know what it's about. 10 to 1, you know what it's about. Nigga never knows. It's like a kid, man. Like, mom, the teacher beat me up at school. What did you do? I did nothing. Bullshit. See what I'm saying? That's the same in the job. Even if you didn't do something and someone else did it, but you were just there. And the boss thinks it was you and not that person. That person is the one that fucking doesn't go because they think it's your ass. You associating with the wrong people. Next time you get a job, find a job, associate with the proper people. Fuck that nigga. You was there. You see what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's just how it is. It's not like you can say, it wasn't me, it was that nigga. They don't give a fuck. But it's always, like I say, it boils down to a matter of the how the perception and how you see that shit and whatever. And unfortunately, that's just what it is. So yeah, that being said, getting back to the ladies, you have to know you have to be our pillar of strength, man. When a man gets home and the kids are sleeping, we in the room and I come and cry on your shoulder, what I need from you is you need to tell them, you need to be the one to say, okay, baby, it's gonna be right. I need to cry. They fucked me over. And you're gonna have to be. It's all right, baby. It's gonna be okay. Mommy's here. My hey man, hey, mommy's gonna give you some of this cutty, and you're gonna go sleep. You're gonna get some of this pudding. You're gonna go sleep, and tomorrow you're gonna wake up. You're gonna be my Superman to get out there and make them regret all that shit. You're gonna work harder than you ever worked, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna go out there and you're gonna win, and we gonna win, and we gonna be fine. We gonna be fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. You my hero, you the kid's hero. And tomorrow morning he go sleep, you give him some of that shit, knock 2, 3 rounds out of his ass, make him go fucking back. Go to work and then come back home. Yeah, baby, I did it. Told that boss me to get off, and he said, "Fuck that nigga. You can have the job." He actually said, "We was waiting for you to grow this backbone." I went up there and said, "Man, fuck, I ain't training no fucking body. If you don't give me the job, I'm getting the fuck out of here." He said, "I don't. Calm down, calm down. You ain't have to go nowhere. We can just move unilaterally move that nigga out and make you the manager. We didn't know you wanted the managerial post, man. You so quiet. We didn't know you have this fucking assertive side. Hold the fuck on. I give you the raise. That nigga we will just put down there janitor duty. Fucking congratulations, man. Hey, we didn't know you have it in you. Sometimes you just gotta. You see what I'm saying? But you can't sit there and say nothing and be like, "Hey, man, I've been here 5 years. Nobody seen me for promotion. That nigga got you 3 months ago. That nigga vocal. Yo, ass just sitting here working. He's made being like, hey, you see that shit I just did? Alley hoop, nigga. 3 points woo, from the court side. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself seen. They ain't gonna see you. They will see, all right, man, Martin. Yeah, 80%. They see that shit, but they ain't gonna give a fuck. You ain't saying yet nothing. They ain't gonna ask you, hey man, you want that promotion? No. If you just gonna sit there on the sideline and not say shit, you gotta put yourself out there. Be that fucking nigga that the fucking woo, to say, yeah, we sell cars. Yeah, the wind is blowing that motherfucker. Everybody got to see, hey, I'm doing a great job. Keep up the good work. That type of shit. Put yourself out there. That's what I like doing. I was sitting there thinking, okay, now look, man, I was doing my job the best of my ability to get the highest stats. And they gonna see. They don't give a fuck about that. Okay, you're so gonna be the lowest because they see that motherfucker. They see, and the motherfucker. But you got to put your hand up and say, "Hey, boss." I always thought about ass kissing and the ass kiss every now. It's just that they put themselves out there. Hey, boss, morning, boss. Hey, 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 it's me. Hey, you have a good night. How's the cat doing? It's not just about kissing. I was about ass kisses, motherfuckers. But it ain't about that, man. It's just they making themselves seen. So you got to make yourself seen. Bring the attention to you, even if you're not the greatest at doing the job. They will see that you're better at the admin of the job, or you're better at the actual liaising with people. You got some, but they will once you attract the attention to you, they will see your skill set. You know what I'm saying? Not just your stats. If you are the highest, okay, now you're the best. They're gonna listen to a caller to whatever the fuck you're doing. They're gonna, if you're a mechanic, they're gonna see the car too. Not customers are satisfied, but that is all you can do. You can just fix the cars to the best of your ability. But can you speak to customers and retain customers, pull customers in, get repeat business? That's the thing. They need to know if you can execute the plan. The plan is not the outcome is income. You see what I'm saying? Like me, I'm a customer service. So all I'm doing is I'm keeping customers happy, but they would even contextualize. They whether they wanted to be here or not. So whenever, but it is the customer gonna renew? Is the customer gonna send new business our way? That type of thing. Are you gonna use that customer as a tool to advertise or advocate for us as a business? To say, hey man, there's a guy named Martin. Speak to Martin at the mechanic shop. He's the best mechanic there. He will give you the best price, everything. So whenever people come there, they're looking for Martin. You see what I'm saying? And Martin is bringing in business because number one, he's in quality service. Number two, he's bringing in, he's putting money on the books. And if we leave, he can go home and open his own shop, and he will take customers with him. See what I'm saying? So they will see your potential as being a managerial tool, and he's not even doing the work himself. He's delegating. So he's as an apprentice that's doing the shit. All he's doing is just doing the quality check at the end to make sure everything is right. So okay, so he has a way of managing people. So if we put more people on him, so we can make him into the manager rather than having him on the floor, because he's better at managing people and he has a way of speaking to people, customers, as well as speaking to staff. So he's better in a managerial role than being a mechanic. Just he just knows where it has to be. So he just goes to do the QA check. He can't even work on the motherfucking car. Just he has the knowledge and he knows how to apply that and knows how to inspire people and work with people, and that's why he be the manager. You see what I'm saying? But that being said, yeah. So go out there, get what's yours, get that paper, get that bag. Be happy in the moment. Love your life, and also make time for your loved ones. People, I can't fucking reiterate that enough. Don't chase the dollar. The people out there fucking chasing money all the time. Hey man, I want to work overtime. Never making time for your family. Hey, your kids. If you got young kids, man, make time for your fucking kids. I'm saying that, and I am guilty of not I have to. I'm already at the point in my life where I'm fucking. I need to fucking make it regardless, So I haven't seen my kid in fucking ages, and I hate that. And I must say every day, I ain't gonna lie, but I encourage you. I'm on my own, so I don't have, you know, uh, I'm saying I, I kill myself every day because I don't, because we don't know how much longer we got, and I got most probably have less time left than what I have used up so far. Yeah, I'm 37, so I don't think I have another 37 years to go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, maybe we have to make the best of our time, and always just pray for God to keep you under His protection, because so much shit you have to focus on nowadays. You have to focus on your safety, all that shit. Getting to work and back home in one piece. Wake up tomorrow morning. I ain't even gonna go to the electricity crisis because fuck that. Been there, done that. I ain't gonna say nothing much about that. But anyway, yeah, it's about 32 minutes in. That's my 2 cents for the day. And hey man, life is great. Always find the silver lining in life, man. Always. I love y'all. Peace.